Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The first of our 3-week 4 matchups live streamed here on the channel. Here in year 2 of the Franchise Stars Football League sees a pair of surprises as the 2-1 Chicago Bears visit the undefeated Atlanta Falcons. The Bears 2-1 despite weakness at quarterback and an as-yet-to-get-going Gale Sayers visit the unbeaten Falcons, who have gotten a great start from Matt Ryan and the dynamic Deion Sanders, who has returned 2 punts for scores in the first 3 games of the season, while being one of the league's shutdown corners. Loss perhaps for the Falcons has been an overall strong showing from their defense, who despite having only 4 sacks through the first 3 games have surrendered only 44 points. The Bears' defense has allowed only 49, but the offense has yet to crack the 20-point mark in a game, and that's not the recipe for success long term. Butkus and Mike Singletary will continue to keep this defense performing, but Sayers has to get rolling, and Bobby Douglas must give them something at quarterback, besides the occasional big scramble. Bears and Falcons ready to go here from the Georgia Dome. Appreciate you tuning in here for a midday broadcast, slipping one in before the Major League Baseball playoffs. So I appreciate you tuning in, whether you're watching live now or whether you are watching on delay at your leisure. Time is always appreciated. Bears will kick off. Falcons will receive to start well into the end zone. Sanders will down this one, and that's a good recipe for the Bears. Try to keep Sanders from being able to run the ball back. Get the controllers set up again. You have to go through this little hoop for EA to get the custom playbooks rolling. Got to call it the first play from scrimmage, and then the custom playbooks kind of lock in, and we can get to our more conventional view. Ryan under center. Briggs, the fullback, Michael Turner, the halfback, goes up the middle. He's brought down there by Joe Fortunato, picks up 3. And we're underway here in Atlanta. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Falcons. This Falcons offense has been humming early. Matt Ryan hasn't been picked off through the first 3 games, and he's been spreading the wealth among his receivers. Alfred Jenkins, Roddy White, Michael Haynes. Ryan has gotten them all involved so far. There's a good run from Turner. Close to the marker. He'll be marked just short, and it'll be 3rd and inches. Single set back here, pair of tight ends for the Falcons on 3rd and short. Handoff, Turner has the first down out across the 40. That's where they'll mark it. He tried to pop outside to get a little bit extra on that one. Butkus wouldn't allow it. But he does get the first down. Chains will move for the Falcons. Mike Smith's offense, 3 straight runs to get things going. High formation again behind Ryan. Handoff up the middle. Good run right up the gut across midfield. Tevin Coleman, his first carry of the game. Coleman picks up 12. And another first down for Atlanta. Falcons getting some good blocking off this offensive line. There's the Bob Whitfield and company. Jeff Van Note is part of this line as well. They've done a good job in the early going. Turner has had a very good start to the season through the first 3 games. Nothing there for him. He gets stuffed that time, only picks up a yard. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Three wide up top, tight set. Ryan in the shotgun, stands, quick slant over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. Jenkins had a huge game last week in the win over the Panthers. First catch of this one stopped just shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the Bears 40. Ryan under center again. Calls for some motion. Handoff up the middle. Turner has the first down and maybe an extra yard. Down to the 37. Butkus again on the stop, but the chains move again for Atlanta. Turner will get the bulk of the load rushing. Gerald Riggs, Tevin Coleman will also get some action. Cannonball Butler will get an occasional carry as well. Ryan goes to the shotgun here on 1st and 10. Stands in, looks, near side, complete. That's Riggs out of the backfield. Makes the grab down to the 28, 9-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 1. High formation, 2 tight end set for Atlanta. Handoff. Off tackle there. Riggs pulls his way forward, picks up 6 down to the 22, and another 1st down. Impressive opening drive here for the Falcons. And ignore the coaches on the sideline because I can't edit those. Especially since I'm playing this out all in exhibition mode, so every game is played out like this, even the ones I don't stream. Riggs down inside the 20. Picks up 5. It'll be a 2nd and 5. The draw for coaches. Mike Smith was drawn as the Falcons coach to start off the FSFL. George Hallis coaching the Bears. A very conservative offense. So far has not really been able to get things going. 2nd and 5. Short drop from Ryan. Swings this one out into the flat for Turner. Good job. I believe that's Jennings coming up on the stop. No gain there. That was actually throw behind the line, so that actually goes down as a carry for Turner rather than a reception. But regardless, loses a yard. It'll be 3rd and 6. Ryan in the shotgun here. Bears trying to squash what's been a good drive for the Falcons. Ryan, pass complete. That'll be a 1st down inside the 10. That's Roddy White dragging underneath. Picks up 10 down to the 9. 1st and goal for the Falcons. Singletary puts a pop on at the end of that play, but White holds on, although he's surely feeling it. Now it's 1st and goal for Atlanta. Ryan looks, pressure coming, stands in, fires. He's just going to throw that one away out of the back of the end zone. That's glitchy. There was no time out there. Ignore that yellow. 2nd and goal. Oh no, there was an injury on the play. Matt Ryan. Steve Bartkowski is in a quarterback. So Ryan comes out of the game, and Steve Bartkowski makes his 1st appearance. We didn't really see what happened there. And there's a little bit of a glitch with that, where if a penalty happens on the same play as the injury, that's what the yellow thing is supposed to be, the penalty, and that's what why that yellow timeout banner came up for apparently no reason. That's because that's what happened. So Ryan is out, Bartkowski is in. Riggs is stuffed, brought down there by Singletary. And a very strong opening drive for the Falcons. Dies inside the 10. Younghoe Koo will come on for the 20-yard field goal attempt. No, they go for a fake and nobody falls for it. So the Falcons go for the fake there with Bartkowski holding. And the Bears coming, bring them down on the sack, and the Falcons come away empty-handed. I personally never like fakes from inside the 10 like that. I think if you want to go for it, you just run your offense and you go for it. But so the Falcons end up with nothing despite a 9+ minute drive. And now the Bears will take over from their 10. Bobby Douglas at the helm. Gale Sayers in the backfield. Bears trying to get Sayers going. Handoff. Shakes off one tackler, but another one is right there for him. Only picks up a yard. Pridemore comes up for the stop for Atlanta. That play Ryan got hurt, he was under pressure, and he stepped up and he threw it out of the back of the end zone to avoid the sack, but he apparently got hit at the end of that play and ends up checking out. Douglas's pass near the sideline for Ditka picks up a yard, and that's it. Douglas kind of floated that one out there. Ditka didn't really have anywhere to go once he reeled it in. 3rd and 8 from the 12 for the Bears. Douglas drops back, stands in, looks, fires, complete. That'll be a first down. That'll work. Alshon Jeffrey with the reception, picks up 10 out to the 22 in front of Marcus Trufant. Not Marcus Trufant, Desmond Trufant. Where I got Marcus? I think he has a brother. I'm hoping that. Otherwise, I just completely made that up. 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Bears as they move the chains for the first time. Sayers fights through a tackler, fights through his own man, and picks up a couple out to the 24. Second and 8 coming up for the Bears. Play baseball fan. Tim, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Lurking? Well, I appreciate it. Hope work is going well for you today. Hand off there. That's Thomas Jones. He gets his first carry of the game. He fights for 2, but the Falcons defense swarming in the early going. Jones out to the 26. It'll be 3rd and 6. Good luck to your Guardians today. Douglas, short drop. Looks, pass, complete, but shy of the marker. That's not going to get it done. I believe that was Johnny Morris with the reception. Picks up 5, but needed 7. He's stopped at the 30, and the punting unit will come on. So the Bears unable to get too much going there. They did pick up 1 first down, but that was it. Now the punt comes on, and here's Deion. Deion from the 25. Good coverage, spins away from a tackler. Gets out across the 30 to the 33. So again, if you're just joining us, Matt Ryan led a terrific opening drive, a 9+ minute drive, but then got hurt. And Steve Bartkowski is in now for the Falcons. Handoff there to Turner, picks up a yard. Singletary on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 9. Thanks to the Dodgers winning. Yeah, so I mean, obviously here, so I guess the Yankee game moved to 8, so I guess your game moved to 6. Bartkowski over the middle, complete. There's Jenkins out across the 45. So Bartkowski has completed both of his passes since coming into the game for Ryan. Butkus on the stop. Oh, 3 o'clock. Oh, Padres Cubs got the 6 o'clock slot, I guess. Bartkowski stands in, looks, incomplete. I just know it messed up my deadlines at the paper tonight with the Yankee game moving, so I had to go and try to change things around for the Yankees later start, so we won't get that in our first edition. I don't have to wait till the second. 2nd and 10, Bartkowski in the shotgun. Stands in, good protection, pass there, misses the mark, incomplete. Looking over the middle, Dick Butkus letting them know he was there. Lay the lumber, had that one been grabbed. 45 seconds left in the opening quarter. So scoreless here, Bears and Falcons. Kowski stands in. Pass, left hand side, complete. Down inside the 20. Right at the 20, they'll spot it. Perfect throw from Bartkowski. Corner route there is reeled in by Junior Miller. And it's 1st and 10, 33-yard strike from Bartkowski to Miller. See if they get one more play off here before the end of the quarter. And they do. Handoff. Looking for a little bit of room. Coleman tries to get outside. There's nothing there. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 when we get to quarter number 2. Scoreless opening frame here in Atlanta. Bears and Falcons. Pair of teams off to surprisingly good starts here in year 2. Looking to keep it going. Falcons have had the ball virtually all game to this point. Bartkowski stands in, swings this one incomplete, intended for Roddy White. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. The Houston Texans of MLB. Yeah, it's always going to be LA, New York, Boston, and then everybody else. Bartkowski stands in, pressure from the backside. Bartkowski rolls right, doesn't get away, doesn't get rid of it, and is brought down. Can't get away from the pursuit. Sack back at the 30. That's Barry Minter. Who brings Bartkowski down. So now that moves it from a 37 to a 47-yard attempt for Younghoe Koo. Certainly by no means a chip shot here. Koo certainly has the leg. Snap, the kick. It is up, and it is good. So Koo puts it through, and the Falcons, after faking a field goal down inside the 10 on their opening drive, unsuccessful, put this one through the uprights and take a 3-0 lead, 14-12 left in the first half. So Bears will receive, trying to get a little something going offensively. Real key for Chicago, they have to get Gale Sayers on track. He was a little bit better in the Week 3 loss. Oh, no, I'm sorry, the Week 3, that's right, they won. They defeated the Lions in Week 3. Sayers still averaging a touch less than 3 yards a carry through the first 3 games. For a very strong performance in year 1. 1st and 10, they start from 20. There's Sayers. Sayers tries to get outside. Stiff arms a tackler, fights him off. Turns nothing into something. Good work there by Sayers. Claude Humphrey gets him from behind after a pickup of 6. Sayers a little slow to get up. They'll bring up 2nd and 4. Humphrey, who had 10 sacks a year, hasn't had a sack yet for Atlanta in the first 3 games of the season. Falcons only have 4 sacks as a team. False start there. That'll push them back 5 yards to the 21 to bring up a 2nd and 9. Douglas drops back. Pass incomplete. First miss for Douglas. He's now 3 of 4. Only 16 yards. From the 21. Douglas takes the snap, drops back. Pass over the middle, tipped away. That was almost picked off. That's a terrible throw from Douglas. That almost got intercepted. Bob Glazebrook knocks that one away. And that'll bring up 4th and 9, and the punting unit will come on again. Bears are going to have a real hard time getting anything going until they can pick themselves up a better quarterback. Douglas is fine being able to scramble, but you need your quarterback to be able to complete the passes, even in conservative offense such as Dallas. Especially if you haven't been able to get Sayers going. The other quarterback is Bob Avellini. Douglas has been able to hold him off. Avellini is no great shape either. 1st and 10 from the 40. Handoff. Turner looks for a gap. Nothing there. Singletary brings him down. Pick up of a yard. 2nd and 9. And that combination of Butkus and Singletary makes it very, very hard anywhere to run between the hash marks. 2nd and 9 from the 41. Markowski, pressure up the middle, and down he goes. Back at the 31. Harris, they gave Harris half a sack on that one. It says they have 3, they only have 2. Ryan wasn't sacked on that play, he got hurt. He was hit after that. That's an incorrect figure there. That's the 2nd sack of the game for the Bears. That whole play where Ryan got hurt glitched out because there was the penalty and the injury. And so they've thrown everybody off. 3rd and 19 from the 31. Markowski in the gun. Left-hand side, complete. Just shy of the marker, though. Throw near the sideline. Jenkins reels it in, but he's a yard short as he steps out. And that'll bring up a 4th and 1 from the 48. You could go for it here, but they're going to elect not to. Falcons will punt, try to pin the Bears deep. And with the Bears being as offensively challenged as they are, that's a wise move, and especially if you get a terrific punt like that. Out of bounds at the 1. A perfect punt there for the Falcons. And the Bears will start off from their 1-yard line. 11:27 left in the first half. Man in motion. Douglas under center. Handoff. Sayers. And Sayers can't get out of the end zone. That's a safety for the Falcons. Claude Humphrey blows through the line, gobbles up Sayers for the safety. And the Falcons have an unusual 5-0 lead. Blew right through, got inside Martellus Bennett, and Sayers had nowhere to go. We mentioned before, Claude Humphrey, considered the best pass rusher on this Falcons defense. Hasn't had a sack in the first 3 games, but he blows that play up there. So now Sanders will receive the punt after the safety, out across the 30 to the 32. So the Falcons' strategy there, punting to try to pin the Bears deep, works about as perfectly as you could draw it up. Now they get the ball back with the 5-0 lead, 1st and 10 from the 32. This looks more like a Braves pump score. Hand off there. Turner. 9 carries so far, only 21 yards. Harris stuffs it. Picks up a yard, 2nd and 9. Markowski stands in. Pass complete near the sideline. Turner out of the backfield in the flat. Filler drives it out of bounds. At the 37, it'll be 3rd and 6. Steve Markowski is fine, but if Matt Ryan is hurt for any significant time, that's going to be a big loss for the Falcons. Pass here, complete. Out across the 40. That's a 1st down. That's Junior Miller. Markowski now 6 of 9. Coming in after the Ryan injury. Joe Fortunato with the stop. But the chains move. It's 1st and 10. Handoff. Turner. No room there. Brought down by Barry Minter. Minter had the sack earlier. Blows that play up for a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Markowski in the shotgun. Stands, looks. Near side, incomplete. This is the mark. It'll be 3rd and 12. Other 2 broadcasts for the Week 4 slate. The Bengals and the Jaguars. Then what should be a very fun one, the Patriots and the Chiefs from Kansas City. Bartkowski over the middle, near the marker. It's Riggs out of the backfield, complete for the first down. Big third down conversion there for the Falcons. Riggs reels it in. Got a step on Doug Buffon. Bartkowski fires it in, 1st and 10 from the Bears 45. Handoff, Turner, brought down. That's Butkus. Turner 11 carries for 21 yards. Bears defense has done a fine job, but their offense has gotten nothing going. Falcons had the ball pretty much the entire way here. This Bears defense has been on the field pretty much all of the first half. Bartkowski stands back. It's Miller. Inside the 40, Miller fights one tackler off, but Tim Jennings comes over for the help. Down to the 39, then it'll be 3rd and 4. And Steve Bartkowski is in for the injured Matt Ryan. Bartkowski stands in. Steps to his right, throws off the mark, incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down. Bit of trash talk at the end of that play. And this Bears defense has a lot of pride, and they've played very, very well so far this season. So rather than letting Cole go for the 56-yard field goal, they're going to punt it again. They got a great punt on the last possession. This is a good one as well. The first punt goes out at the 1. The second punt goes out at the 2. Trying to remember who the Falcons punter here is in the FSFL. Sayers was brought down for a safety on the last time that happened. This time he breaks this one and gets the Bears some breathing room. A very needed run for Sayers and the Bears. He gets out to the 15, 13-yard pickup. And it's a first down for Chicago. John James is the punter for the Falcons. Handoff Jones, fights off a tackler, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and picks up a couple. They'll call it 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Tommy Novus on the stop for Atlanta. Douglas. Fake. On the play action to Sayers, they go on the reverse, and it works. Alshon Jeffrey picks up 12 out to the 30. George Hallis goes a little bit into the trickery book. Trying to get something to get this Bears offense rolling. 1st and 10 out at the 30. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the first half. Handoff Sayers up the middle. Drags a tackler out across the 35. Pickup of 5 there. Novus goes for a ride, courtesy of Sayers. It'll be 2nd and 5. Appreciate you folks tuning in for a little lunch hour football. Week 4 of year 2 of the FSFL. There's movement there. Falcons saying they were drawn off. And the officials agree. That'll push them back to the 30. It'll be 2nd and 10. Douglas drops back. Pass complete. Muster out of the backfield. Reels it in. He'll be just shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd and inches from the 40. Short movement again. And again, I believe it's on the Bears. So Chicago trying to shoot themselves in the foot here. 2 penalties on the drive. And they go from 3rd and inches to 3rd and 5. This offense has enough problems without taking bad penalties. 3rd and 5. Try to go on a little bit of a draw there to Muster, and that is not going to work. Needed 5, got 3. Thomas the Cowd comes up for the stop. Again, trying to just kind of mix things up a little bit. Everybody figured he's either looking for the short pass or the Sayers there. Mustard got 3. 5 yards a little too far to try a play like that there. So 4th and 2 will come up. The Bears will punt again. Still 5-0 Falcons. A Youngway Cole field goal and a safety. Counting for the only points of the game to this point. Deion inside the 20, out across the 25, gets upended. Sanders goes flying on that one. Got his legs taken right out from under him. Rough landing from Deion. 3:09 left in the half. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Hand off Turner. Bears right there. Turner averaging less than 2 yards to carry so far. Falcons offense really hasn't gotten much going. Against the Bears, you don't need to get much offense going. You just need to get enough. The Bears are 2-1 despite not having scored more than 20 points in a game this season. Barkowski hit as he throws, but he gets it to Turner. Flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. And it's a hold. Well, that was a hold. There was a terrible hold because Barkowski still got creamed. But it's a 10-yard penalty. Jake Matthews gets flagged there, pushes them back, 2nd and 19 from the 17. And gangbusters come through. Barkowski hit, he loses the ball. It's scooped up. Touchdown, Chicago. Jim Osborne picks up the fumble and brings it into the end zone. I'm not sure if that was Harris or Hicks who made the hit. It's Harris. Tommy Harris hammers Barkowski, who loses the ball. Osborne scoops it, and the Bears will take the lead. Their defense doing the job once again. Extra point attempt is up and good. 7-5 Chicago. Jim Osborne recovers the fumble. That's his 2nd fumble recovery of the season. And the Bears defense trying to lead them once more. Butkus, Singletary, and a bunch of other guys just being asked to do their roles. And they come through there. Harris with the sack. And through the first 3 weeks. So 2:14 left in the half, 7-5. Safeties always create an odd score. Kickoff taken by Sanders from the 2. Out to the 15 and great coverage. Singletary, the first man down there, brings Sanders down. First and 10. And off Turner up the middle. Butkus hammers it. And the Falcons are going to have to try to change something up. Because the Bears defense is just coming hard. Right up the middle. You got to try to get outside, it feels like. If you are Atlanta. 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12 for the Falcons. Barkowski stands in. Pass. Incomplete. Broken up. Kyle Fuller puts a hit on as the ball arrives to Roddy White. White can't hold on. It'll be 3rd and 12. Barkowski, they play it very conservatively, and they're going to get a first down out of it. Turner up the middle on the trap, so the Falcons seem very content to just protect the football there and then punt and try to play this half out. But the middle opens up. Turner blows through the hole, and it's going to move the chain, so it's first down. Now the Falcons operating in a no-huddle, coming up on 1.5 minutes remaining in the half. Barkowski takes the snap, stands in, looks out of the backfield, complete, short gain to Turner. Singletary hits him. Barkowski now 9 of 15 for 101. Barkowski came in for Matt Ryan, who was hurt at the end of the opening drive. Kowski again. 4 wide. Stands back, looks, drag route over the middle. That's Roddy White. White gets hit by Butkus and Singletary. Just shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd and 1, and the Falcons will use their first timeout. 56 seconds left in the first half. 7-5, Bears over the Falcons. Defense ruling the day here in Atlanta. Kowski in the shotgun. He has 2 backs in the gun with him, though, on 3rd and short. He is going to pass. Little short throw there to Junior Miller, who takes a shot from Fuller and can hold on. So 4th and 1 from the 44. Gotta think the Falcons are going to punt. Don't want to set the Bears up to go 10 yards and get a field goal, and they will. And the Falcons, you can see they've run 40 plays from scrimmage in this first half. They have had the ball. Punt there, taken by Sayers at the 13. So we'll see how aggressively Hallis and the Bears decide to do this. 48 seconds left in the half. They do have all 3 timeouts. First down should tell us a lot. Douglas drops back. Stands in, looks over the middle, complete. That's Ditka. At the marker, that'll move the chains out to the 23. Second catch of the game for Ditka. Tommy Nobis on the stop. 1st and 10. Bears take the timeout. 44 ticks left on the clock. Bear receivers to the high side. Jeffrey on the low side. Douglas steps up, throws near the marker. He hits Ditka again. It's another first down. Pretty much the same exact play. 3rd catch for Ditka. Another 10, 11-yard pickup out to the 34. Cowed with the stop. They do not take a timeout as of yet, though. Quickly running the no-huddle, and now they're going to take one. A little wasted time there. They wasted 7 or 8 seconds there. So the Bears will talk it over. 21 seconds remaining in the half. 7-5 Chicago. Defensive touchdown. Tim Osborne returning a fumble inside the 10. Barkowski lost hold of the ball. 10 from the 34. Douglas, pass, complete. Going with the short gains. That one is to Jeffrey. Out to the 46. Falcons not letting the receivers get behind them. Now the Bears are out of timeouts. And 10 at the 46. Need 20 yards or so to take a field goal crack. Douglas drops back, looks near the sideline, complete. Jeffrey makes the play and steps out at the 36. 3rd catch of the game for Alshon Jeffrey. Douglas has very quietly gone 8 of 10. Not taking chances. That's all right. 1st and 10 from the 36. They do not have any timeouts. Douglas steps up. He doesn't want to throw. He's going to throw it away. He doesn't want to, I should say, he doesn't want to run it there. Because if he gets brought down, clock will run out. All Edinger kicking into a net on the Bears sideline. They're going to bring him on here to try it from 53. Not Chance running a play and not having it get out of bounds. Edinger's kick, and that's not going to be good. Oh, don't do this. I hate this. Sanders. Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. Sanders is going to return it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And that's where that... Sanders returns the missed field goal for the score. Are you kidding? Deion Sanders runs it back in an absolute nightmare scenario for the Bears to end the half. Younghoe Ko comes on for the extra point. It is up and good, and that is the exclamation point on the first half. 12-7, neither offense doing anything at this point. Total yards, you see, only 105 passing yards for the Falcons, 77 for the Bears. Oh, my goodness. All right, so while we let them run through some highlights here. So that is the problem, and that's the first time that it's happened. Jeff Hunter joined us. How are you, Jeff? Good to see you, my friend. I hope all is well. So the long-standing Madden glitch where CPU kickers virtually don't miss. It took a lot of work to try to fix that. And I've been able to get the field goal percentages down around 80%, which is right around where we want them. That's the good thing. The bad part about that is then when a kicker misses from a distance, a lot of the times the miss, it's not the accuracy in Madden, because EA does some stupid things, doesn't go as much left to right. It's almost like they hit the ball and it comes up short. And the problem that creates is it provides an opportunity for a return like that. There are very few kickers who should be in this game, even though you're going back and bringing in some old school kickers. There are very few kickers in this game who shouldn't be able to reach the goal post from 50 plus. I think there's only one or two kickers in the league who in real life never hit from over 50. So that play really shouldn't happen. It kind of stinks because it then creates, that glitch can be very punishing, as it was there. I feel worse about it if it was like a 35-yard kick that missed as opposed to a 55-yarder that missed. But even so, that play is admittedly not an ideal. But the trade-off of getting field goals to actually miss sometimes is worth it. But that doesn't make it less annoying. Reverse here, Alshon Jeffrey. Big run, second time they've run that one, and this one breaks. Jeffrey gets down to the Falcons 35. 1st and 10. So again, the Bears and this struggling offense just trying to get something going. And the normally conservative George Halas goes into the playbook for the reverse as the Bears try to shake off the gut punch at the end of the first half. 12-7 Falcons. We have not had an offensive touchdown as of yet. Sayers looks for a hole. There's not much there. He picks up a couple. 8 carries, 34 yards now for Gale Sayers. This game, I mean, look, Madden, people's nature now is to complain about things, and that's fine. And Madden gets a lot of unjust criticisms about silly things, but it also gets some legitimate ones. As Johnny Morris gets legitimately crushed on the hit there, and Deion talking a little trash to him. But it's a first down to the Falcons 22. But having to work around glitchy things, I'm willing to put in the work to do that, but it is annoying. The workaround creates a situation that can burn you sometimes. Sayers. Good shiftiness from Sayers, but he ultimately takes a shot. Picks up 4 down to the 18. Tom Pridemore sticks him. It'll be 2nd and 6. Short drop, Douglas on the slant, complete, down inside the 5. It's Morris again. Douglas, 10 of 13 for 102. He's done a good job here. Again, hasn't taken any chances. He went deep with one ball that frankly should have been picked off. But other than that, Douglas has done a very, very good job for the Bears so far in this one. 1st and goal from the 4. Sayers, touchdown Gale Sayers. Sayers finds the gap. Deion tries to stop him at the goal line, and Deion Sanders is going to lose that battle. And if Gale Sayers ever did a dance like that, oh, goodness. EA celebrations, again, those don't mean anything. It's just kind of ridiculous. Their celebrations are so bad. So bad. Gale Sayers runs it in from 4 yards out, 13-12. Bears will go for the 2-point conversion here, trying to make it a field goal game. Pitch to Sayers. Sayers trying to get to the outside. Stiff arm there, but help comes. Claude Humphrey brings him down. So the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful, but the Bears do reclaim the lead. 13-12, 7 plays, 74 yards on the drive, 4.5 and change. At that point, Glazebrook holding on to the ankle. Claude Humphrey comes in to finish off the tackle. Oh, sorry, that's Pridemore, not Glazebrook. Wow, face palm there from Sayers. But Humphrey able to finish off the play. So 10:58 left in the third. 13-12 Chicago. Good one going here in Atlanta. It's been an interesting one, to say the least. The Falcons missed. Had a 9+ minute drive on the opening drive of the game. And then they went for a fake field goal that failed. Kick here taken by Sanders at the 3. Out across the 20 to the 24. And that's where the Falcons will start off. Michael Turner, 14 for 41 so far today. Matt Ryan was hurt at the end of that opening drive, but Ryan is back in. So Matt Ryan starts the second half back under center for the Falcons. 1st and 10 from the 24. Ryan over the middle. Complete, that's Roddy White. White takes a shot from Butkus, just shy of the mark. I'll bring up 2nd and in. There has been some heavy lumber thrown around in this game defensively. Handoff. Turner looks for a gap. He doesn't find one. Jim Osborne, who had the fumble return for the score earlier, breaks through there. No gain for Turner. 3rd and inches from the 34. Ryan. Handoff. Turner. And Turner is stuffed again. Fortunato breaks through for the stop, and Michael Turner can't get anything going. And a big stand there by the Bears will force a 4th and 2 for the Falcons. And got to think Atlanta is going to punt this one away. That Bears defense continues to swarm. The Great 190, how are you, man? Appreciate you checking in. Which Madden is this? This is Madden 24. Because I create everybody from scratch. I had already created, 1,500 some odd players. There wasn't enough of an upgrade in 25 to warrant a change, and that from 26, from what I've seen, again, if the team builder thing was executed better, I might have gotten 26. But it would take a lot to get me to basically recreate this project for a new game. And so I can get it to do everything that I want it to do here in 24. So I've stuck with this. 2nd and 3 from the 37. Sayers starting to find his way a little bit for the Bears. Handoff. This is Thomas Jones. Jones gets off tackle, fights his way past the marker. 1st down out to the 41. 3rd carry of the game from Jones, the rookie, as he tries to give Sayers a little bit of a breather. $17 rushing plays, 13 pass plays to break down so far for George Halas's Bears. Handoff. Sayers looks for a gap, fights his way out to the 45. It's a pickup of 4. 12 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown so far for Gale Sayers. and 6. Clock will get down inside the 7-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Douglas, handoff, gives it to Muster. Muster doesn't get anywhere. Takes a shot there. That'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Alice has in the playbook here. Short drop from Douglas. Stands in, looks, deep ball. Douglas downfield incomplete. Intended for Johnny Morris. Not a bad pass. Decent coverage though. Johnson bumps Morris as the ball arrives. Morris can't hold on. And that'll bring up 4th and 6. And the Bears will send O'Donnell on to punt. So the Bears have not taken many shots down the field in this game. They try it there. Not a terrible throw by any means by Douglas. Punt here from O'Donnell. Sanders lets it bounce. It goes through the end zone. And the Falcons will start from their 20. 6:04 left in the third. 13-12 Chicago. Handoff, Turner. Up the middle, Turner fights through one tackler, steamrolls from out past the 25 to the 26. Pickup. So Bone gets credit for the tackle for the Bears. It'll be 2nd and 4. Ryan changes things up at the line here. High formation behind him. Drop. Pass complete. Jenkins is open. Gets out to the 40, 1st and 10. That'll move the chains for Atlanta. 4th catch of the game for Alfred Jenkins. Get Butkus on the stop. Go over the middle in any fashion, running or passing, as long as it's relatively short. Butkus and or Singletary are going to be there. Ryan goes into the shotgun. First down from the 40. Delay handoff to Turner, and he's got nothing. Loss of a yard. 18 carries, only 45 yards to Turner. Singletary, the first one to get there on that one. 2nd and 11 from the 39. Ryan into the shotgun. Handoff up the middle again. And again, Turner doesn't have much. Doug Buffone up there on the stop. This Bears defense has the Falcons playing a bit more conservatively than what has been their case so far through the first 3 games of the season. Ryan in the gun here. Up back, stands, fires, incomplete. 4th down coming up, and the Falcons will have to punt. The Bears are going to have success. This is going to be their recipe. This offense is challenged. Despite having Sayers and Ditka, they're weak at quarterback. They don't put up a ton of points. But if Douglas can play as well as he's played today and just not make mistakes, their defense will keep them in games. Punt there, taken by Sayers. Sayers dukes one defender, brought down out across the 20 to the 23. 3:15 left in the third quarter. 13-12, Bears over the Falcons. I'll go 2-1. The Falcons unbeaten to open up the season at 3-0. They ran a clean slate through their divisional play in the first 3 games. Douglas, pass complete. Caught by Ditka on the out route. First down right at the marker. 4th catch for Ditka. Out to the 33. The chains will move. Handoff. Sayers. Hit quickly. Picks up a yard. Nobis on the hit. Deion Sanders came in. End of that play to try to vulture himself a tackle credit. 2nd and 9 from the 34. Short drop from Douglas. Slant complete. First down. Out to the 45. And down on the play, it's Berto Garza, offensive lineman there for the Bears. He's going to check out of this game. Keep an eye on that. 1st and 10 for the Bears, who move the chains out to the 46. Douglas hands it off. Sayers. Moving forward, Sayers and Tommy Nobis have gotten very well acquainted during the course of this game. Nobis has been the first guy to make contact with Sayers frequently. Sayers picks up 3 there, 2nd and 7. Give it to Muster up the middle, and there's Nobis again. Muster, 3 carries, 2 yards. He has not gotten much going. And that little fullback draw, Alice Knight's running that play, but it hasn't yielded much in this one. 3rd and 7, final minute of quarter number 3. And there's another false start on the Bears. That's the 3rd one they've been flagged for. 3rd and 7 is going to become 3rd and 12. Tom Thayer gets flagged for the Bears. Douglas stands in. Rolling out. Douglas tries to find some room, and he's brought down. Terrific play by John Zook. First sack for the Falcons. Douglas hasn't really run much in this game. That's really his strength. Tried to get outside, but Zook tracks him down, trips him up. First sack for Atlanta, and the Bears will have to punt. Sanders back at his 11. He's going to try to return it. He's brought down, gets it out to the 17. That's where the Falcons will take over. 8 seconds left in the 3rd. Ryan swings this one short. Turner out in the flat, out across the 20 to the 21. Ryan now 6 of 8. And that will bring us to the end of quarter number 3. Good one going here at Georgia Dome. 13-12, Bears and the Falcons. It's been a defensive war of attrition to this point. Matt Ryan hurt at the end of the Falcons' opening drive, missed the rest of the first half, came back out in the second half. Hand off here, and Tevin Coleman has nothing. 3 carries, 10 yards for Coleman. Kyle Fuller comes up from the secondary to make the stop. 7 from the 20. And the Falcons play a bit conservatively there. They go with the draw to Turner. This Bears defense is kind of in the Falcons' heads a little bit. Mike Smith is an aggressive coach. They don't want to risk turning the ball over in their end. They'll play the field position battle with the Bears, who they know are not strong offensively. Ryan hasn't turned the ball over all season. Punt there from John James. Fair catch from Sayers. Bears will take over at their own 28. Handoff Muster. Gets a couple. Picks up 3. Out to the 31. It'll be 2nd and 7. Casillas on the stop for Atlanta. I love these old Falcons. Red ones, I don't like the whole black uniforms there. I miss the old 80s uniforms. Handoff. Sayers to the outside. Falcons defense does a good job containing him there. Pick up a couple. Hanson on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 5. Their receivers to the low side here. Douglas drops back. Pass out of the backfield. It's Muster. Complete, and there's a first down. Out to the 43. Second catch of the game for Muster. Douglas now 13 of 17. This may be Douglas's best game in the FSFL. I can't call him having a game like this in year one. Chains move. First and 10 from the 43. Here's Sayers. Sayers tries to cut back. There's nothing there for him. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10. Always appreciate you all tuning in. Listening in the background at work, whether you're watching on delay after this live stream, however you tune in, anything here on the channel, it is greatly appreciated. Weatherspoon on the stop there. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 45. Big third down here. Short drop from Douglas. Pass incomplete behind his receiver. Again, Douglas, he's completed a good amount of passes. It's only 133 yards passing. But again, if you're the Bears, you just want Douglas to not make mistakes. So far, he's done that today, and the Bears have a 1-point lead. O'Donnell comes on to punt. Falcons will get the ball back. Albeit fairly deep in their own territory. Sanders signals fair catch, lets it bounce into the end zone. And they will take it from the 20. So Falcons take over. Bryant, handoff. Turner up the middle. Fights his way forward. Picks up 4. 21 carries, 54 yards so far from Michael Turner. Sportsman Z, Bobby Douglas to Brad Muster, the most unlikely completed pass in NFL history. Yeah, Douglas didn't throw much. Muster was a decent little fullback, though. He was kind of a swing back. Handoff there, Gerald Riggs. Riggs out across the 30. I hope you are doing well, Bob. I've seen stuff on your videos. I know you've had some stuff going on, so I hope you are doing well, my friend. I appreciate you tuning in. Ryan in the shotgun. And then, look, swings it out in the flat to Turner, and Butkus is right there. That'll be a pickup of 2, but that's it. Out to the 35, 2nd and 8. Ryan, short slant there, complete. No, oh, jarred loose. And Butkus again, he has been everywhere. He and Singletary, just if you're anywhere between the hash mark, him and Singletary are just laying the lumber all game here. Impressive performance from this Bears defense. 3rd and 8. Ryan in the gun. It's a tight set here. He does have 3 wide though. Stands in, pass complete. That's Junior Miller. First down for the Falcons. Down inside the Bears, 40 to the 39. Junior Miller reels it in. Ryan hits him. 4th catch of the game for Miller. Miller gets a step. He gets behind Singletary there. And there was nobody in the secondary to cover if Miller got loose. 1st and 10 down to the 39. Inside the 8-minute mark. Been a fun one here in Atlanta. Handoff, Turner, and Turner up the middle, inside the 30, down inside the 25. Turner's best carry of the day. Gets those numbers looking a little more respectable. 72 yards on the day now for Turner the Burner. Down to the 21. It's 1st and 10. Again, the Bears defense has been on the field for so much of this game. Backs. See the Falcons trying to just wear them down here. Gerald Riggs tries to get outside. Akeem Hicks with the stop. No gain for Riggs. 2nd and 10. Ryan in the shotgun. Handoff. That's Kevin Coleman. Coleman can't get anything. Tries to get to the outside. He's completely contained. Brought down 3rd and 9 from the 21. Get us inside 6 minutes. Turner the lone setback. Again, they're going to play, playing it safe. They go with the carry there, so they're going to rely on Young Wei Koo to come on here for a 35-yard field goal attempt to try to give them the lead. And Ryan hasn't thrown any picks yet this season. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions coming in. Bears defense, ball hawking. They have been very strong today. Young Wei Koo to try to give the Falcons the lead here. 35 yards out. The kick is up and good. So Atlanta takes the lead. 15-13. Now they'll put the pressure with 5 minutes left on the Bears offense to get something going. And of those 13 points, 7 of them came on the Jim Osborne fumble return. After Steve Bartkowski, who was in back when Ryan was injured in the first half, fumbled inside their own 10. Gale Sayers ran for a touchdown, but the other Bears scored. Kickoff taken by Sayers at the 6, out across the 20, out across the 25. Spotted at the 26, and that's where the Bears will get to work. Plenty of time, of course, particularly in only a 2-point game. See what the Bears can get going here. Sayers in the backfield. First down carry. Nothing is there. Loss of a yard. Hansen cuts through, finds the gap, and plugs it. Stick Sayers for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Douglas, short drop. Steps, moves, tries to get to the outside, and he's grabbed and brought down by Casillas. That will go down as a sack. It's a loss of only a yard. And Douglas has not gotten free for any runs in the course of this game. He ran for about 70 yards in last week's game. I think he and Sayers both had 67. Douglas has not used the legs in this one. He's thrown well. Goes deep here, and it's complete. That's Ditka. Ditka into Atlanta territory inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. So Douglas only his 14th completion. But he finds Ditka on the corner route. Not sure if a linebacker had let Ditka go or what. But Ditka ends up in space, and Douglas puts it in there. 5 catches for 85 yards for Ditka. Pride Moore brings him down. 1st and 10, coming up on 3 minutes left in the game. 15-13 Falcons, but the Bears are driving. Douglas stands in, and now Douglas is going to tuck it and go. And he gets hammered. Douglas doesn't slide and takes a shot from Novus. Picks up 7 down in the 15, 2nd and 3. All Edinger warming up, kicking into a net on the Bears sideline. Douglas drops, swings it out to Sayers in the flat. Sayers fights his way towards the marker, is unable to get there. Down to the 13. Picked up of 2, 3rd and 1, and that'll get us to the 2-minute warning. So it has been a fun one here in Atlanta. The Falcons hold the lead in what has been a defensive battle. Give it to Sayers. Tries to get up the middle, and Casillas bottles it up. Terrific play by Tony Casillas. Sayers kind of stutter stepped, hoped another hole would open, and it never did. And that's going to bring on Edinger for a field goal to give the Bears the lead. It'll be a 31-yard attempt from Edinger. Here's the kick. It is up. And it is good. So Edinger splits the uprights. The Bears reclaim the lead. 16-15 Chicago. There is a good amount of time left on the clock for Matt Ryan. 1:16. Falcons have all 3 timeouts. You're the Bears. You either hammer this one as deep as you can in the end zone, or get some height on it and make sure you can get some good coverage, because Deion Sanders can turn this game on its ear real quickly. Kickoff will be taken. It's a yard deep in the end zone. Deion's going to run it out anyway. Out across the 20. Out across the 30. Sanders out across the 35. Gets it out to the 40. Terrific return from prime time. And the Falcons are set in prime position to try to make this fourth quarter comeback. 16-15 Bears, 1:11 remaining. Ryan in the shotgun. They do not have to force this. Ryan, pass complete. Michael Haynes fights off a tackle, fights off a second tackler. Good effort there by Haynes. Picks up 8 to the 48. It'll be 2nd and 2. That's the first catch of the game for Haynes. Falcons will hurry and get to the line here. Operating in the no huddle. Ryan, left side. Oh, he had him. Oh, he had his man. Believe that was Jenkins, and Ryan overthrew him. Youngway Coop warming up on the sideline, hoping for an opportunity. They're not in that range as of yet. Oh, Matt Ryan's going to wish he had that one back. Jenkins had his man beat, and Ryan overthrew him. 3rd and 2 for the Falcons. Slant. Big hit. He can't hold on. Butkus again hammers a receiver. Haynes gets plastered and can't hold on. So it comes down to this. 4th and 2 for the Falcons from their own 48. Down by a point. 37 seconds remaining. They go handoff up the middle. It's Turner. First down inside the 45, and the drive stays alive. Falcons will use their first timeout. Down to the 44. Great block downfield on Butkus. That's the guy they knew they had to pick up. And they did. I believe that was Jeff Van Note. Ryan stands in, looks left side near the sideline, complete down inside the 30, down to the 26, and they said the knee hit inbounds, so they will have to use a timeout. 5th catch of the game for Alfred Jenkins. McCray on the stop. Be a 43-yard field goal from this point. First and 10. Ryan in the gun. Stands in. Pass. Reeled in by Roddy White. Oh, what a play by White. Inside the 10, down to the 5. 5th catch of the game for White. He was blanketed by Jackson, and White reels it in anyway. And now the Falcons. Oh, got to call the timeout, no? Yeah, I was good. Oh, man, I saw the clock rolling there. But don't tell me they're going to not call the timeout. That would be a horrible glitch. So the Falcons call the timeout. 22 yards. I hate they call it at 5 seconds. That clock should go down to 2 seconds before they call that timeout. Even if Atlanta hits this, there's going to be a second or two left on the clock, and the Bears would have a chance to field the kickoff. Bears are going to try to ice the kicker here. So it comes down to this. Young Waco from a 22-yard, what should be a chip shot for the win for the Falcons. Bartkowski on the hold, the snap, the kick. It's up and good. So the Falcons will have to do the kickoff here, but they have the 18-16 lead. Kickoff should end it. Gale Sayers, the deep man for the Bears. I don't think you'll really see a squib kick here. You might see a pooch or some sort. I always hate it. I just think drive it deep and let your coverage guys do their job. Let's see what happens. Kick here, taken Sayers at the 6. Out across the 20. Out across the 25. Nothing opens up, and that's the ball game. And the Falcons improve to 4-0. The Bears give them all they can handle in Atlanta. But the Falcons continue an impressive start here to year 2 of the Franchise Stars Football League and escape by the skin of their teeth, 18-16 over the Bears. Oh, that was a good one. That was a fun one. Great job by the defenses. Both sides contained a little bit. The completion percentage, Bobby Douglas completing 75%. He has never come close to that in the first 20 games of the FSFL. But again, if the Bears can get Douglas to just be efficient, they've got a shot at doing something because their defense is really, really good. The Falcons eke this one out, 18-16. The Great 190 is Julio on the Falcons in this league. He is not as of yet, but he will be. So the way I designed this project, it's not it's called the Franchise Stars Football League, but it's not all of everybody's best players at the start. It's basically designed in a career mode kind of thing. So each team has a 130-player master pool. 50 guys started out with the team in year 1. All the rest of the players will come in through rookie drafts down the line. So like Julio Jones will come onto the Falcons somewhere down the line in this league as a rookie and then play for them from there. So there's a little bit of kind of like a random debut element to it as opposed to it just being the best guys from the very start. So there's trades, there'll be free agency, and that kind of thing in the league too. So it's a little bit different than a standard Franchise Star setup. But yes, Julio Jones is certainly in their master pool and will be on the Falcons roster somewhere down the line. So that'll do it from here. That was a good one. Falcons 4-0. I'll tell you, man, they may take that south. They have been very, very impressive so far. And again, the Bears, that NFC North could be up. I think the Packers, the Packers were supposed to win that division last year. And then the Packers were disappointing, but the Packers have gotten off to a really nice start. But the Vikings have struggled out of the gate this year. So we'll see what the Bears can do. I don't think they're a playoff team necessarily. But I just think the Bears ultimately need a real quarterback. And they're weak at wide receiver, too, which is a devastating combination. It puts so much pressure on Sayers to give this Bears squad any kind of hope. But we'll see what happens with the Bears down the line. Hugely appreciate you guys tuning in today. The Great 190. Good to have a new face aboard. Appreciate you. Sportsman Z. Hope all is well with you, Bob. Jeff Hunter was here. Clee baseball friend. Our good friend Tim in the house as well. And again, whether you watched, whether you lurked, if you didn't comment or whatever, and were just watching the game, if you were listening in the background at work, or if you're watching later on, for all intents and purposes, tape delay. Appreciate you tuning in. Be good to each other. Enjoy the rest of your day. We will talk soon. I'll have another broadcast. I'm not sure when my next broadcast will be. Maybe late tomorrow night, probably. I don't think I'll get the one during the day tomorrow, and I don't think I'll get the one late tonight. So next broadcast will probably be late Friday evening after my lovely wife calls it an evening. Until then, be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Falcons take down the Bears 18-16 to stay undefeated.